Welcome back to our final part of coverage for Championship Sunday afternoon here in the sunlit Limburg region of Belgium at the world famous and iconic circuit that has been in operation for 4 decades, the home of champions Karting Genk. And now we are at the point when we will crown 6 new champions here this weekend at the 1,360 metre, 13 turn clockwise circuit. Originally founded by the Lemons family over 4 decades ago, it has been a mainstay of world, international and domestic global karting, attracting drivers from all 4 corners, all 6 continents around the world. And this afternoon, now comes the time of reckoning. So we have been at this circuit 3 times this year. And effectively 6 months and 20 days come to this point, having started on the 8th of March this year. Now, it is time to decide our first 2 champions in this season. Minimax Rookie, back in 2023, the title taken by Jack Freeman. Last year, Ryan Rampadarath. And effectively, what Arlo Gamble needs to do now is to finish this race. However, let me bring you up to speed with what is going on, reference our title battle. Now, taking into account the results that have come through for pre-final on day 2, as we let's get some waves from our drivers down on the dummy grid. Say hello to everybody, guys and girls. Give us a wave. Right, who have we got first? Finn Albert Jorgensen. Say hello to everybody. Finn, give them a wave. Come on. Hopefully our roving cameraman will get them waving. We've got someone waving in the background. You know what? We might need to try and see. Where's Jazz Hands? Where's Leo Livings? Starting 8th. Yes, there he is. He's got them waving. He's got them waving. So, at the moment, it is going to come down to crunch time. It really, really is. Now, with the way things stand, we have a race that may not be forgotten for many a year. 24 drivers now head out onto the circuit with a little bit of a fist bump from somebody at the back end of the field. Right. 12, give us about 15 minutes and we should have, hopefully, 2 new champions. Here's the starting order of the last race of the season to decide the 2025 BNL Karting Series Minimax and Minimax Rookie Crowns. On pole position, Austin Oman will lead the field to green. Alongside him will be Finn Albert Jorgensen, who I have to say has really helped himself quite a lot this weekend by switching allegiances. Harry Radcliffe and Julian Dummer round out row 2. Logan Rolfe and Dayan Habits round out the 3rd row. Jensen Walker and Jazz Hands Leo Livings round out row 4. Jack Klim and Leon Herbos round out row 5. Trent Van Malik and Leonard Kirster, row 6. Teddy Murphy and Mick Clinkers, row 7. Row 8, Arlo Gamble and Jan Wozniak. Dimitar Lazarov and Riley Murrow round out row 9. Completing your top 20, Ben Falke and Matthias Verreken. Theo Freya from Ireland, Milos Baginski from Poland, Milo de Karlsmaker and Julian Janssen round out your 24. Strong grid. So now this is going to be the time when these drivers go to battle. At the moment, the live championship scores as I've got on my screen, not on the live timing. Austin Oman, including 2 drop scores, 319 points at the moment. Riley Murrow, who starts down in 18th, 301 points. Tom Reed not here this weekend, could end up runner-up in the championship. Mick Clinkers has got some work to do. So has Leo Livings. Finn Albert Jorgensen may make it into the top 5 of the championship standings, but will not be able to compete for the title. This is the last race for Riley Murrow, as one of the team from Sam Pollitt Racing told me earlier on today. He moves to juniors next year. As we go, revs up, lights are out, and the Minimax final for the last day of the season is underway. It's the rundown to turns 1 and 2. And Austin Oman leads the way. It's Harry Radcliffe that has got round the outside of Finn Albert Jorgensen going into turn 2. Takes second position away from the Dane. So now the run down the Europalan for the first time as the field makes its way down there. Through into 6 and 7. Someone's gone off track and gone a little bit wide, lost a lot of momentum. And when you think about it, there's going to be a lot of battles here, there and everywhere. Round the final corner they come. Austin Oman leads after the opening lap. Finn Albert Jorgensen back through on Harry Radcliffe to take P2. Oh, we've got one driver going down the pit lane. So, looks like Julian Janssen might be out of this race. But at the moment, there's been a lot of changes. Riley Murrow on the opening lap made up 9 places. And that puts him... Oh, that's going to be... Riley Murrow, if he does this, if he storms his way through... Oh, this could be really, really close. Riley Murrow needs to win to take the title. That's what Riley Murrow's got to do. He's got to go all in for the win, and he's up past Mick Clinkers. So Clinkers now drops down into 9th position. That's going to put him 44 points. That'll put him on 289. Leo Livings at the moment is currently P10. That's 43 points. Harry Radcliffe at the moment is behind Germany's Julian Dummer. Oh, well, this could be very, very interesting indeed. But now, there has been a change I spot at the front end of the field. Finn Albert Jorgensen now leads the race. Riley Murrow is currently still in P8. Morrow absolutely trying to fly his way up the field. And at the moment, Riley Morrow has closed the gap down to what would be 5 points. So Riley Morrow at the minute, P8 gives him 45 points. Austin Aman in second, that's 52. But Riley Morrow at the minute is actually 8 points behind. When you take into account his 2 drop scores, would be round 3 at Genk last time out, and here in the final on day 2. Totaling 77 points. Austin Aman has got a 49 and a 47. That puts him on 96 points. Drop scores 308, plays 316. Austin Aman keeping pace with Finn Albert Jorgensen. Riley Morrow now moves up another position. But it is going to be very, very tough indeed. Now looking at this perspective, if Riley Morrow picks up the win, his 2 drop scores will be a 22 and a 49. That effectively equates to 71 points. And if he wins the race and Austin Aman finishes second, that means the title goes the way of Riley Morrow. However, at the minute, Riley Morrow has now gone up to P6. So at the minute, that will put him on 69 points on the 2 drop scores, a 22 and a 47. And we still have 6 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Riley Morrow is starting to catch Jensen Walker and might have even just gotten past him. If that's the case, that is going to be 48 points. Oh, this could be really, really close here. It just depends on... Now, Austin Aman has got to run his own race. Carry on staying with Finn Albert Jorgensen. And now Riley Morrow is 0.8 of a second behind teammate from Sam Pollitt Racing, the 113 of Harry Radcliffe. So Austin Aman has decided to go full push. But we have not reached that checkered flag yet. And Mick Clinkers now moves ahead of Jensen Walker. So that'll put Mick Clinkers into 6th position. 47 points for him. Puts him on 292. Austin Aman now starting to push. He will have gotten the signal saying, right, Riley's catching you. You've got to go for it. But it's still all to play for. There's still an opportunity for some drivers to make moves up the order. With Riley Morrow having made up 13 positions so far in P5. At this moment in time, by my provisional calculations, it's going to be really, really close. It could be that Morrow wins the title with 2 drop scores totaling 70 points, and Austin Oman, at the minute, has a 49 and a 47. That's 96 points. Austin Oman needs to pass and win to take the title. If Morrow stays where he is, more than likely that he won't, but it just depends on how much waft he has. But Austin Oman has got to bide his time if he wants that title, as we see a move a little bit further back. And here goes Austin Oman trying to go through on Julian Dummer, who's just been passed by Harry Radcliffe, and that is now 4th place. Riley Morrow at this moment in time, he's got to do what he can. There's 2.5 minutes. There is still time for Austin Oman to pull that trigger. And he's been running pretty much at the same speed. And there goes another change. Riley Morrow now moves into 3rd position from 18th on the grid. It's been an incredible drive from the youngster from the United Kingdom. And it puts him 3 points, including the drop scores, ahead of Austin Oman. We're coming down to the final minutes and 45. And look how close things are. But there is a big gap. 1.1 seconds between Riley Morrow and Austin Oman. I would imagine there's probably going to be 3 laps to go after this. But now Austin Oman is 2 kart lengths behind Finn Albert Jorgensen. And we could have a possible count-back situation in the offing. Because Riley Morrow, 3 wins. Austin Oman, if he goes through for the race lead, that'll be victory number 4. That will put them tied on points. But it will go back to count-back based on the most race wins. Austin Oman has now got to make the move. It's now or never for the 121 from Sam Pollitt Racing. He's got to go for broke and try and get through on the Danish roadblock in front of him. We're coming down to the wire. Can Austin Oman get the slipstream coming out of turn number 13 on Finn Albert Jorgensen? He looks well poised. And now is he going to make the move? He sticks his nose in there. But no, Jorgensen counters. And now the fight really begins. We've hit 0 on the timer. It's this and 1 more lap that remains. And at the moment, Mick Klinkers has just put in the fastest lap of the race. Austin Oman's got to go for it now. Can he get the slipstream down into turn 6? Not quite. He's got just 1.5 kilometers to go. Austin Oman has been trying to fight all season long, and now it comes down to 1 final lap. Lap 13 completed. We now go on to the last lap of the season. It's Jorgensen versus Oman. Oman has got to nail this right here. Right now, put the final nail in the coffin, and then the job is done. But Riley Morrow from 18th on the grid, now runs P3. This puts him in a championship winning position. But Austin Aman, can he get the toe? Can he pull alongside? Can he go for the race lead into turn 6? No! It's going to come down to the final couple of corners. Could it be a drag race for a photo finish across the line? Oman has been eating the dust of the Danish wonder in front of him. Down into the final couple of corners they go. Austin Oman, he's done everything in his power. They come through the final couple of corners. Jorgensen wins. Oman finishes second. But I think Riley Morrow, by 3 points, provisionally becomes your Minimax champion for 2025. I think Morrow's done the job. How close can you be at the end of a championship season like that? Finn Albert Jorgensen takes the victory by just under 2/10 after 14 laps of high-strung racing. Finn Albert Jorgensen takes the spoils of victory. A top step for KR Sport and Ash Orchard's crew. Austin Aman, he's fought every single way through to this. Riley Morrow takes P3 behind his teammate from Sam Pollitt Racing. Provisionally, I make it that Riley Morrow becomes your new BNL Karting Series champion in Minimax for 2025 by 3 points. Arlo Gamble did cross the line in 16th, which will effectively, through the points system that we have for each class, will become the new Minimax rookie champion. That pretty much is guaranteed because he's been running solo amidst the main pack all season long. But it was the fight back from Riley Morrow that defined what this championship, how this championship finished. A disqualification in the qualifying heat. He came through the field in the pre-final. He started 18th on the grid. Finn Albert Jorgensen taking the welcoming display that we show at every final. Austin Aman P2. Riley Morrow, I think, provisionally has become the series champion. We will have our podium presentations, our championship presentations, and the presentation of the 5 grand final tickets. But next up, as I catch my breath, we go to our next final. And it's a race within a race. Next up, it's the final to decide the titles for the DD2 and the DD2 Masters crowns here in 2025. Well, with one final completed, we are not that far away from our second final, with 2.5 minutes away from kick-starting our second of 4 finals. DD2 and DD2 Masters are up now. So at this moment in time, when you look at it with the run of success that Sam Knopfler has had this year, he's had 5 wins and he's had a third. And the man is not here this weekend. He's already secured his ticket through the Rotax Max Euro Trophy in early September this year, which means that we do have a battle for what will be a very, very close second second place. But also, more importantly, there are multiple drivers that do have a chance when you consider drop scores into the equation. Now I'm adding the drop scores for each result. Each of the worst 2 results per driver, and I'm trying to, at my best, so there could be several drivers in competition for second place. Those drivers are as follows: Antoine Barberou, Wout Kirstens, Nicolas Guillaume. Lawrence Herbose is also a name that now springs to mind, because that driver is going to start third on the grid. In terms of what's going to happen in DD2 Masters, well, I think it's Christophe Capitain needing to finish the race. That's what's important. Even if he finishes 4th, he will become the 3rd French driver to win the DD2 Masters title, following in the footsteps of Rudy Champion and also Paul Nouveau. DD2 Masters champions: Mathis Tige, Zenderua, Sean Babington, Ferenc Kanzar, Kevin Luddy, Barry Pullinger. One man who's now here in a mechanicking capacity, 2-time champion, Zander Schriblak, 2018 and 2019. Glenn Van Parijs won it for the next 2 years on the trot. Mark Kimber, here as a driver coach, won it in 2022. Tom Bracken, 2023. Last year it went to Germany in the form of Nikita Genzer from Der Motorsport. So at the moment, it looks like the way things stand is that Sam Knopfler more than likely will become the 2025 DD2 champion. But of course, there is the battle for what is happening behind him. As in the battle that's happening right here, right now. And Roger Young, I have to agree with your sentiments, good sir. Yes, it was not an easy drive there for Austin Oman. So it is going to be the last hurrah for these drivers. After this, we'll have juniors and seniors left to go. And then the on-track action on the road to Bahrain will have been concluded for the 2025 season. However, there is still the Rotax Max Challenge Golden Trophy. Don't forget to get your entries in, rotax-ems.com/GFT. Entries still coming in. Also with that, if you got the Rotax Racing app on your Apple iPhone or Android phone, download it and you can enter via that application. And it will give you all the tools that you need, such as timetables, live streaming, live timing, live results, etc., etc. So, once again, it is the calm before the storm in DD2 and DD2 Masters. Len Nyes won on the road yesterday, but got pinged for a non-technical, non-conformity reference technical. They have gone green, and we are underway. Len Nyes leads the way. Looks like Lawrence Herboz has moved his way up into P2, ahead of Antoine Babahoul. So this could make for very, very interesting racing over the course of the next 14.5 minutes, plus an additional lap. So at the minute, well, Gustav Zuzakov's currently running P4. That's 49 points. Puts him on 266. Matis Ankans at the moment. Well, Len Nyes being hounded now. Oh dear, he's got the charge of the light brigade behind him as the poor Belgian. So Len Nyes is going to bring them across the line, complete the opening lap, and leads by 89 thousandths of a second. Lawrence Herboz looking to move up. And at this particular juncture, well, he's going to cap out if he gets the race lead. That'll be a maximum haul of 55 points for Lawrence Herboz, but that will not put him into that very, very much required second position. Nicolas Guillaume has now moved up to P9. So that puts him on 44 points, puts him 4 points behind Wout Kirstens, but more importantly, that puts him 14 points behind Antoine Babahoul. So it's about now getting your elbows out, get your hands dirty, and put on your big boy pants. Let's go racing, guys and girls. And Guillaume is now starting to respond in his own way. He's just gone quickest of anybody in that particular moment. 55.020 by Guillaume, new fastest lap of the race. And now he's got through on Marco Tredenpreis. That adds another point to his tally. Axel Hoos at the moment is currently sitting in 12th overall, but 11th in terms of his position. But things are getting really close between Len Nyes and Nicolas Guillaume, who I think might have just got through, might have just made up another position. Well, he's battling away with Matis Ankans at this moment in time. Ivan, thank you very much from the guys at the TV Kart team watching along. Hope you're keeping well. Supporting Axel Hoos, as it is a bit of a 2-8 fight between Matis Ankans and Nicolas Guillaume. However, I think Ankans might have dropped a few positions. Yes, he has. So that is going to put Nicolas Guillaume up into P7. Right. Let's see how this race pans out. We've got just over 11 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. Antoine Babahoul is now being hounded by a certain harbinger of doom from Poland. Yes, David Maslakovic. I know I have to put a funny slant on it, but the reason why I do that is because of the fact he's the only driver, like I said earlier on, I think in the pre-final, he wears a dark helmet with a very, very dark visor. That would be illegal on a vehicle if you put that on a window. They tell you to rip that thing straight off, straight away. So now what this means... All right, more changes afoot. Oh, Axel Hoos has just dropped. So Matis Ankans now drops down to P8. That's 45 points. Nicolas Guillaume now P6. And where's Wout Kirstens? Ah, right, P7 for him. With Wout Kirstens, his drop scores are 85, I make it. So Nicolas Guillaume. Right, Lawrence Herboz is in P2 at the moment. He's on course possibly to be third in the championship. But what on earth is happening to Antoine Barberou? Oh, he slipped again. Not through his own fault. It's down to because of the fact that David Maslakovic has just passed him on circuit. I did say that some drivers will go to a final round of a season. Oh, Nico Guillaume, fastest lap, 54.054 by the Belgian from SP Motorsport. And at this point, well, Christophe Capitan is looking pretty good at the minute. Wim Rouleau is down at the bottom of the table, getting the scraps. Right! Oh, nice change there. That was Nicolas Guillaume. He's up into P5. He just got through on Gustav Usakovs. So Usakovs, who's just dropped behind Wout Kirstens. So Kirstens now up into P6. Usakovs. Well, Gustavs, you could have kept your elbows out, buddy. I've known you too long, in juniors and seniors. Oh, this could be a close three-way scrap for what is effectively third in the championship standings. Now, if Antoine Barberou has an absolute shocker, and finishes last in the DD2 Max class. Not that I'm sure that will happen, as Nicolas Guillaume, another fastest lap of the race. As a change, Ankans through on Usakovs. So a change for position there. More to the point, Nicolas Guillaume, first driver in this race to dip under 54 seconds. 53.974. So even if Antoine Barberou has a shocker, he has, if it's 37 points, then that's a 45 plus a 37 puts him on 82. That would mean that he would end up second overall in the championship. Now, at the moment, Antoine Barberou is on 50 points. So once again, that changes, but it puts him on 90 points for drop scores. So 45 at round one, final number 2. And in final number 1 this weekend, also 40, he finished finished P2 in the pre-final. So once again, Len Noyes comfortably doing what he did yesterday. So Antoine Barberou with 2 drop scores at 45 points apiece. He would be on a 90 total drop scores, 90 points, dropping him to 299, and he would effectively become runner-up in the championship this season. Sam Knopfius, with his winning streak, will not be beaten. He knew that before he left the championship and went on to race elsewhere. But still, Lawrence Herbose is battling away with Antoine Barberou for that second spot. But keep your eyes on the fast-charging Belgian rocket ship behind them, Nicolas Guillaume. And Guillaume has been absolutely on pace all race long. And thank you very much, Gary Shell from Jag Engineering. Don't worry, I will respond to your message later on. Thank you. Gary, of course, I mentioned about Gene Garrett from Jag Engineering earlier on, about the Racing for Gene sticker on Jacob Ashcroft's Nassau panel. And obviously mentioning about the White Rose that will accompany every single one of the British Bulldogs, as I'm going to call them. I might as well name them now. Right. Oh, Antoine Barberou has just been given a technical black flag. Antoine Barberou, mechanical black flag for the man in the Birolart chassis. Oh, Antoine Barberou is not. Well, that's going to be P15. That is going to be a 38 point on that one. And with 38 plus a 45, that is effectively second place secured. Antoine Barberou has parked the cart. Len Noyes now P1. Lawrence Herbose P2. Nicolas Guillaume is 3 tenths away from second position. That's also going to promote the likes of David Maslakovitz, Wout Kirstens, P5, that's 48 points. Matis Ankans, that's going to put him 47. Go down the list. Gustav Zuzakov's 46. And that is going to put, oh my goodness me, Lawrence Herbose. This is going to put a countback situation on third in the championship, because I make it Wout Kirstens versus Nicolas Guillaume for fourth in the championship standings, and Guillaume would be ahead on countback. Both drivers have had a second place finish this year. Guillaume is now in the prime position to finish fourth in the championship standings. 3 points behind Frederick Zebis from Denmark. Now, if Guillaume can get through on Herbose, oh, that would be so close. That'd be 1 point away. Nicolas Guillaume, if you want to get third in the championship, you've got to hold your backside a little bit faster, my friend, because a win in this would mean that he would be P3 in the championship. If he won it, that would put him 1 point behind Antoine Barberou with the way things will work out. Because as I said, Antoine Barberou, his P15, that makes it one of his worst scores of the season. So P15 is 38 points. But we are coming down to what will be the final 2 laps, and the move happens. Oh, he tries, but Lawrence Herbose, I can't believe it. And through it all, who just stuck their nose in there? Maslakovic. What on earth happened there? Maslakovic just went, I'm going to do the pair of you, and he hung and trussed them up like a pair of kippers. Guillaume and Herbose were wheel to wheel. They're back to being wheel to wheel now. Down the back straightaway on the Europalan. And Guillaume now gets through for third place. But Maslakovic, he did the pair of them. Buy one, get one free. So effectively, last lap underway. And Lawrence Herbose has just been given a warning flag from race control. Well, he did put it round the outside of... he kept it round the outside. He was within track limits, I think, coming through the final couple of corners. But Len Noyes has redemption. After yesterday, he won on the road, and now it is going to be the case that we have the checkered flag for the penultimate time this season. Len Noyes will win the race, pats the side pod, receives the fireworks. Maslakovic takes second, Guillaume third, Lawrence Herbose, Wout Kirstens, Mathis Sankans, and félicitations, champion DD2 Masters, numéro 5, 28, Christophe Capitain becomes the third French driver in BNL Karting Series history to take the DD2 Masters crown, finishing 7th overall. Michael Becker, you've got to come back next year, my friend. But Len Noyes wins the final race of the season with the fireworks greeting him at the start-finish straight. Well, would you believe it? Despite retiring and ending up 15th, Antoine Barberou becomes your runner-up. Your champion will be Sam Knopfjes here in DD2. Christophe Capitain takes the spoils of glory, as we'll take you through the highlights for DD2 and DD2 Masters. But join us very, very shortly, because we are under starters orders very soon for our penultimate race of the season. And this is going to be the first of 2 epic season finales. Join us in a few moments' time. Don't touch that dial if you're watching online, because we'll be back for the Junior Rotax season finale. as I said, this is the first of two showdowns. This is where they are two fantastic championship titles to win. Now we concentrate on our first of two finals that will take us through races 28, 27 and 28 here at the circuit. And with it, there is a big, big shift in what has happened since we came into this weekend. That one driver is on the verge of doing something rather special, defending a title. Now, in the history of the BNL Karting Series, only one driver, or two drivers, have won this title back-to-back. 2018 and 2019, Mike Van Vugt. 2020 and 2021, the next, it was the change of the guard at the team known as JJ Racing. Kai Gielert. We could be on the verge of someone else doing that same achievement. But the green flag waves for our penultimate final for 2025. And it is Junior Rotax. Let's take you through the starting grid. Mate Kobehidze will lead the field from pole position. Noah Barham in second position. Lines up alongside on the front row. Ryan Gandor and Boris Verhaag round out row 2. Jacob Ashcroft, Lars Lambers, row 3. Vince van der Halle and Louis Radcliffe. Vince van der Halle and Bram van der Weken next up. Then it is going to be Louis Radcliffe and Max Sidursky that round out the top 10. Sebastian Chow Clark, Lieke van Berkel, Eason Seng, Justin Fonk, Theo Giluto, Kais Aziza, Connor Lodge, Lionel Munguia, Isaac Barker, Rory Armstrong, Riley Morgan, Sam Kohler, Maj Tusek, Emir Siedkowska, Callum Sims, Luan Seidel, Daniel Hakkinen, Devlin Yater, Jente Moonen, Patrick Crosby, Askvik, Corn Willems, Kian Bernard, Lucas Sturder, Louis Bishop and Sebastian Lersch will round out the grid. This is where the anticipation once again reaches nigh on fever pitch. 35 junior Rotax drivers ready for the final showdown. One more time we go out of the final corner and the lights go from red to green. The final race of the season in the junior Rotax campaign starts right here, right now. And it's a scramble to get through to turn 2. Mate Kobehidze leading the way. Oh, and there's the 259 that's gone off the circuit, I'm afraid. And the 259, that is going to be, Sebastian Charles Clark, I'm afraid, who started in 11th position. So 11.5 minutes plus an additional lap. And now this is going to be really, really, oh my goodness me. Now, this is going to be somewhat of a dog, a little bit of a dog-eat-dog brawl, because I've spotted that now we've got a real fight on our hands at the front end of the field, and it's a Dan Holland Racing Chaos Sports sandwich. Kobahidze leading the way. Gandal's left the door wide open. Ashcroft's going to get through, or is he? No, Gandal's got the lead back. Kobahidze with a perfect switch back through into turn 3. And the Georgian retakes the lead. And now right behind Jacob Ashcroft is going to be the likes of Lars Lambers, who's currently running in 4th position. Jacob Ashcroft running in P3 at the moment. Now I'm wondering, I did hear some kind of noisy exhaust just a second ago, but it might have been off the circuit. So, Jacob Ashcroft now ahead of Ryan Gandor, and right behind teammate Mate Kobahidze. And this is where it gets interesting, because a lot of drivers have been very, very busy this season. A lot of tickets have been secured. At the end of the day, it is going to be the case of keeping an eye on the championship fight. Mate Kobahidze gets a warning flag from race control as Jacob Ashcroft now hits the front end of the field ahead of Dan Holland Racing teammates Mate Kobahidze. Noah Barham at the moment is currently running P8, which is 45 points. So Lars Lambers currently in P4. That's 49 points. 1 point ahead of Vince van der Holle, who's now up behind him. So we've got 8 minutes and 20 seconds plus an additional lap left to go. And these drivers really are putting their heart and soul into this race. There is still plenty of pages to be written in this chapter. And at the moment, well, a couple of drivers starting to fall a little bit further back. But Rory Armstrong, the young man from County Down, Northern Ireland, now takes the fastest lap of the race, 56.925. There's someone with a Nassau panel askew. That could pick up a possible mechanical black flag for one driver. Vince van der Holle has got a warning flag from race control. Now, Max Swiderski, in the scheme of things, currently is P7. So that is 46 points. Well, this could be very, very interesting indeed. because we might have a potential countback situation. I'm trying to work out all the... it might be the fact that we could have a tie for second place in the championship season, the way things are going at the moment. And it could be heading towards the direction of Ryan Gandor and Max Swiderski. Jacob Ashcroft, at the moment, is more than on course. He's going to win by this. He is on course to win this title by a big margin. Right, 2:18 has just been given the mechanical black flag. And that is Sam Kohler from the UK. Running with Sam Pollock Racing. Sebastian Lersch, who has made his way steadily up through the grid. 19 spots is the 236 up to what is now 16th position. So Boris Verhaag now gets a warning flag. But it is the case of, well, now things have changed at the front end of the field again. Matek Obihidze now has retaken the lead. Lars Lambers now into P2. Jacob Ashcroft, well, he's still going to be still be sitting pretty at the moment with where he's placed at the minute. So it could be the case that these drivers, right at the dying moments, but more to the point, it is the case of just get the kart home. Don't have any dramas right here, right now, because otherwise it's going to compromise you. It's going to give you a big problem to have to deal with. Right, Jens Moonen now has a warning flag from race control. Devon Yates has dropped to the bottom of the grid, well, the bottom of the field. So this is where things get rather interesting in the dying moments of the race weekend for these drivers. 3 minutes to go, plus an additional lap. Jacob Ashcroft now in second position. If he stays in the top three, it's relatively straightforward. Not only will it be back-to-back BNL Karting Series Junior Rotax Championships for the young man from Western-super-Mare, but also the fact that he'll have done back-to-back titles in as many weeks. One at PFI for the Motorsport UK British Kart Championships. Now BNL at Genk, a circuit he has raced on for a multitude of years. But Ashcroft has got Vince van der Holle, the man who was battling him tooth and nail in the championship. So van der Holle now is with him at this moment in time. What has happened to Ryan Gandor? Oh, he's tumbled down the order as Ryan. So Ryan Gandor now finds himself in 8th position. Ashcroft has now been passed by Van der Halle. Oh dear, Lars Lambers, what are you thinking? I'm sorry, but Lars Lambers' move there, I don't think was really the right place to put that cart up the inside. I've seen it before where people have thrown it into turn 13, and what has happened? All havoc has broken loose. And that was very, very lucky indeed that Lars Lambers did not cause a multi-cart incident out of the final corner. Lars Lambers, well, I'm not at all surprised. He's just got a black and white slap on the wrist from race control. And that was for, effectively, diving up the inside of the final corner. And I think it was just a little bit too late on that one for him. But we are coming through to the final throws of this season for the Junior Rotax Championship. And it is going to be the case that one driver, as Andrew Mather said one weekend ago, he is the guy. And what does that mean? What does that mean for us here? Well, we get to see a little bit of history making happen here at the home of champions. Last lap underway. Vince van der Halle has been battling all the way through this season. It's not gone quite as well. It's gone absolutely, completely the opposite way than he would have thought it would have done here at the home of champions. Down the Europalan for the final time here on lap number 14. The timer has hit 0. Mate Kobehidze is pulling away into the distance, and it is just a case of bringing it home for one driver that is holding on to 3rd position at the moment. Mate Kobehidze will bring it to the final corner of the final lap of the final race of the season. Kobehidze wins, Van der Halle 2nd, and Jacob Ashcroft defends his title. He joins Mike Van Vugt, Kai Rillertz, and becomes the 3rd driver within a decade to successfully defend the BNL Karting Series Junior Rotax crown. Jacob Ashcroft, you have done it again. Well, what can you say about that? Whew. Barry Ashcroft, that one was for you, sunshine. That one was for you. Mate Kobehidze takes the victory ahead of Vince van der Halle. Oh, and we've just had a little bit of a drama. Right, okay. Someone just being assisted to by the medics clutching. That is the 281 I've just seen. Oh, Louis Radcliffe. Oh, dear. I hope he's okay. Medical team going on site, so we have got a few minutes until the seniors are out, but we might have a slight delay. Looks like Louis taken a knock. But all I'm going to say is watch the highlights. But all I can say, Jacob Ashcroft has become a part of BNL Karting Series folklore with what he has just done. And that makes him a 3-time BNL Karting Series champion. Did the perfect season in minis in 2023. Came back as a junior last year. And now he has said, I've won the Euro I've won the BNL this year. I've won the international trophy. Every major international competition in Europe you can think of, I've been the one to beat. He will be a very, very tough opponent to best at the Bahrain International Karting Circuit at the Grand Finals. We leave you with the highlights at the moment, but please stick with us. We have one more grandstand finale to come, because to close out this year's championship campaign, it is the Senior Rotax Top 36 final coming up next. Don't touch that dial, you don't want to miss it. Ladies and gentlemen, watching here at the circuit, and for those watching live on the BNL Karting Series YouTube channel and Facebook pages, welcome along to the grand finale, the 28th and final race of the 2025 BNL Karting Series season here at the home of champions, the world-renowned Karting Gank. boy, oh boy, do we have a title battle on our hands. Because this one is also going to go down to the wire. So at this point, it is anyone's guess as to what will happen over the next 15 minutes, plus an additional lap. And we have, courtesy of our roving camera, an bird's eye view down on the dummy grid. A big thank you once again to WFR Live TV for their live stream coverage all the way through the course of this 2025 season. So, with no more delays required, here it is, your starting order for the 28th and final race of the last day of competitive action for the 2025 BNL Karting Series season. It is day 2, the final, Senior Rotax. Starting from pole position will be Matej Radenkovic. Macaulay Bishop will line up alongside on the front row. Charlie Smith and Tino Sidler, row 2. Taze Van Wyk, Cameron Nelson, row 3. Teresa Babishkova and Tom Langlois, row 4. Sverre Ubben and Boaz Maximov round out the top 10. Top 20 completed by Jort Van Wyk, Ollie Wise, Christopher Holst, Ryan Bourguignon, Bastien Mesnil, Dado Koenice, Sasha Aim, Louis Weaver, Lloyd Hare and Pablo Estevez. Rounding out the 36 strong grid will be the following: Dante Sima, Romans Rodinovs, Lex Quintans, Arnold Sabaha, Ollie Yonkers, Joe Getham in his last European appearance as a Sam Pollitt racing driver, Lewis Goff, Sebastian Koch, Trofim Krotov, Alex Adams-Acton, Johannes Nyberg, Thomas Verheyen, Louis Le Rigolard, Theo Eriksson, Enzo Zani and Molly Griffiths from GMS Motorsport round out your 36 strong capacity grid. Unfortunately, Rein van der Meer and Tino Potier did not make it through to the checkered. So, one more roller coaster ride around these hallowed halls of Limburg's finest karting circuit. It is time for us to get ready to go racing. One more time. Radenkovic, Bishop, Smith, Sidler, Van Wyk, Nelson, Babichkova, Langlois, Ubben, Maximov, et al. Here we go for the final time this season. Red lights on the gantry and the final race for the Senior Rotax is get underway right now. It's the run to turns 1 and 2. Who's going to make it through to get the race lead? It may not be. It's not Macaulay Bishop. Oh, hang on a second. Is that Charlie Smith? Oh, dramas for the 370 in the meantime. Dante Seamer gets turned around. Oh, we've had one exit stage left, mowing the grass with the front fairing. Oh, dearie, dearie me. And I thought we might be in the clear with Senior Rotax for this last race. Well, I was just proved 100% wrong. But this is where it matters the most. Charlie Smith will lead after the opening lap, the American from Strawberry Racing, coached by Grand Finals and World Karting Champion Callum Bradshaw. Taze Van Wyk in P2. Macaulay Bishop currently sitting in P3. Tom Longlois has dropped to 10th position. And that could see a little bit of a change. But more to the point, Macaulay Bishop now gets his way up into second position, ahead of Taze Van Wyk. And it's the case of, right, Charlie Smith, Strawberry Racing. Macaulay Bishop, DHR. Taze Van Wyk, DHR. Teresa Babichkova, DHR. And the trend is continuing. Tino Sidler, York Van Wyk, same morning. Strength in numbers. So now, Tom Longlois has got a roadblock for the ages. And now the scrap begins. Here goes Bishop, tries to go for the race lead. Charlie Smith won't let him through. Bishop does not want to hold on for second. He wants to close off this season here in the BNL Karting Series with a victory. And Tom Longlois is now 13th. That's 40 points for the Frenchman. But it changes the dynamic every single time. And more to the point, well, Charlie Smith has just been given a black and white warning flag from race control. We are down to the last 12 minutes plus an additional lap of the season, and it is an all-out dogfight. And pulses are racing. My adrenaline, my blood pressure is right through the roof. And in the words of Henry Bodette, after this, I'm going to need my tablets, need a dark room to lie down in and go to sleep. However, I can't do that. I can't keep my eyes from this captivating action on the screen in front of me. Charlie Smith, however, he won the final yesterday. He wants to try and do the same today, here at the final race of the season. But Macaulay Bishop at the moment, he's had 3 wins this year, but also a couple of times when he's finished towards the bottom of the top 10. Longlois' consistency has kept him in the battle for the title. And now Longlois moves up another position. That's 41 points for him. That puts him... Well, I think the thing is, what Tom Longlois will need to do is, over the next 11 minutes, push like a madman. Go for broke. And now we see at the front end of the field, Charlie Smith is still the bottle in the cork. And at the moment, Macaulay Bishop, he's doing everything he can to keep with the American. I've known Macaulay ever since he was like say in the Yami Cadets. He was a quick driver then. Tino Sidler tried to get through on York Van Wyk and got a little bit of a shove and a hip check onto the grass. Coming down into turn 10. And looks like Ryan Bourguignon's tumbled down the order. But there has been a change at the front end of the field because Charlie Smith is no longer leading. Macaulay Bishop leads the way. Taze van Wyk in second. Charlie Smith now down in third. Teresa Babichkova has moved her way up from 7th on the grid and now runs a genuine P4. Hello, Dylan LaHaye, multi-time BNL Karting Series Senior Rotax champion. Won it in 2017 and 2019. Previous winners of this championship: Sean Butcher, you get a shout out. Joe Turney, Luca Lystra, Kai Rillertz, Kai Hunter, Jaden Teen, Philip Moran from Sweden, Oliver Askew back in 2015, the only American in the history of the BNL Karting Series in this category. There was also a driver that we saw in the UAE, Sean Babington, won in DD2. So you couldn't have from pillar to post so far apart, even if you tried. Tom Longlois at the moment has now moved his way up into 9th position. And we still have more of this race left to run. Teresa Babichkova gets the back axle of her cart as wide as humanly possible. Oh, we've lost a few drivers. Cameron now, well, looks like Bastien Mesnil is in. Tino Sidler has tumbled. Sasha Aim all the way down in 31st. I'm wondering if Thomas Verheyen has just pulled into the pit lane and called it a day. So Tino Sidler, that is really going to hit him downstairs quite hard, I'm afraid. Well, actually, it's not going to be too bad because puts his drop score a little bit better than what it was. Right, Teresa Babichkova is being brave and adventurous as always. And Jork van Wyk nearly 2 wheels on the grass. Babichkova to the outside of the 333 from the Netherlands. She's still trying to wrestle with him. And there's going to be, oh dear, more drivers coming in. Tino Sidler in. Louis Weaver, Bastien Mesnil. Sasha Aim, I think, is the next one. Cameron Nelson, is he still circulating? I think he might be. Let's just see. There's a cart. Yeah, Cameron Nelson, the Welshman, never gives up, never gives in. But he's going to try and stay up there for as long as he can. But Macaulay Bishop now leads the way. That is 55 points. This is really, really getting interesting now. Because Tom Longlois has got to move a little bit further up the order. Because the minute he hits 50 points in this race, it could change things significantly. But that depends on what happens in front of him. However, Macaulay Bishop is on course at the moment in time with a 4th victory on the cards. 2 seconds, or a 2nd place. He's placed 6th. He's placed 9th. He's placed 10th. So Bishop at the moment is trying to do what he can. Good afternoon, Jen Wade. Good afternoon, Purple Turtle. Go, 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 Ollie Yonkers. Ollie's currently down in, 26th. As Dante Siemens had a bit of a tumble again. More to the point, the lead has changed once more. Charlie Smith back in the lead of the race. Tom Longlois still holding on. He's now in what is 6th position. And it puts, effectively, at this moment in time, Macaulay Bishop with 2 drop scores added to the list. It puts him 6 points ahead of Langlois. We head into the final third of this race at breakneck speed for the final time this weekend, and also more to the point this season. And after 6 months and 20 days, we finally come to the final curtain. And it's only one part of the journey on the road to Bahrain, as we are racing to get there, as Jen Wade would normally use in a hashtag. Right, Jen? Keelan W. The man with the most Eurolean is Bishop. Spot on that one. Yes, Dave Whitehouse. Bishop is in control. Yes, he knows exactly what he needs to do. And Tom Langlois has moved himself up into 5th place. That is now 48 points. Puts him on 97 for drop score. So a 49 and a 48, that's 97 points. But Bishop with 2 lower drop scores, totaling 87. It's not quite 90 degrees out the seat. Oh my goodness me. Look, Motorsport Mag. Look, Dave Whitehouse and Geelan, you might as well go and get a room and have a chat between yourselves about there. Always hashtag racing to get there. Well timed, Jen Wade. Hope you and Henry have a fantastic time at Bahrain this year. The 3rd time in 5 years that the Grand Finals will visit it. And it is a fantastic facility for those that are qualified for the first time. Believe you me, it is a roller coaster ride of about 1.5 kilometres of racing. And wait until you hear Henry Baudet's relevant side of things. But there's a dash for the lead. Bishop trying to get the side draft. And look who assists. Jort van Wyk. Van Wyk gives a little bit of a push to the back. That is what it means. And Tina Shaw, Tina, love you, Tina. Thank you so much for the Facebook message. It means a hell of a lot. But we are coming down to the final few throws. Macaulay Bishop now back in the lead of the race. And we might have we might have a tie-break situation for the final step of the championship podium. Now, where is Tino Sidler? 33rd. That's 20 points. Charlie Smith at the moment. Now, where is Charlie? 3rd place. Well, we would have had if Charlie Smith was still in 2nd position. He will miss out on 3rd in the championship standings by a mere 2 points. So, we are getting closer and closer to the end of the championship season. And more to the point, well, Tom Langlois, you've got yourself up. It just goes to show that no matter how hard you fight, it's always down to the last race of the championship season. 34 seconds remain. Tom Langlois defending against Thijs van Wyk. And then has got Mateo Radenkovic for close company. It has been a fight all the way through the season between 2 main protagonists. Mateo Radenkovic gets through on Thijs van Wyk, as now we head onto the penultimate racing lap of the 2025 season. Macaulay Bishop crosses the line with about 4 seconds to spare. And at the moment, Tom Longnoir trying to claw every millimetre forward, but he is losing ground. Charlie Smith has one last chance. If he can get through on Jort van Wijk for that second place, then that will effectively mean that it looks like he's going to win the weekend anyway with 105 points. But the timer strikes zero. Longnoir is now there. This is going to be one last lap for the ages in this championship season. Macaulay Bishop leads the way. Jort van Wijk in second. Charlie Smith takes a look over the left shoulder and instantly sees that Tom Longnoir is right behind him. Turn 5 now completed. Now we're halfway through the lap into the Europalan, down into turn 6 and 7 for the final time. Macaulay Bishop played this perfectly, and Jort van Wijk was the goose to his Maverick. Down into turn number 10 for the final time. The fireworks and the streams of confetti will be in the air for one final time as out of turn 12, now turn 13. He's done it! Bishop is champion of BNL 2025! And by my calculations provisionally, he's done it by 9 points. Maybe done that by 9 points. You know what? I have to give credit to Tom Longnoir. He fought every single step of the way. So Macaulay Bishop joins the following drivers from the United Kingdom that have won this title. He joins 2018 champion Joe Turney, 2020 champion Sean Butcher, 2023 champion Kai Hunter, and he becomes the fourth Briton in the history of the BNL Karting Series season to take the title. Jort van Wijk takes P2. Charlie Smith just outside of the top 3 in the championship standings, but that man definitely is one to watch in the years to come. Tino Sidler finishes down in 33rd position, but by my provisional calculations just gets 3rd in the championship. But of course the results called by me are provisional pending technical and sporting checks. Let's take you through I'm not going to take you through the highlights. I've done enough of that this weekend. It's been an emotional one, in the words of Vinnie Jones. But Macaulay Bishop timed the strategy right, strength in numbers through Dan Holland Racing, and with Jort van Wijk, as I said, it was the goose to his Maverick. They got the job done. Charlie Smith, Tom Longnoir rounds out the top 4. Mateo Denkovic, Taze van Wijk, Boris Maximov, Ryan Bourguignon. Great job by Lloyd Hare in the number 341. Made it all the way up to 9th, starting in 19th place. Lado Koenice, Roman Zodinos, Ollie Wise, Teresa Babichkova, Pablo Estevez, and Lex Quintons rounds out your top 15. Sebastian Koch, Arnold Sabaha, Torfin Krotov, Lewis Goff. Thank you so much for the memories, Lewis. Of course, good luck at SCUSA Supernats in late November in Las Vegas, and then a trip over to the Persian Gulf to represent Team UK at the Grand Finals. Well done, young man, and good luck after your racing and karting. Well, I think really, to be honest with you, I've never felt so drained at the end of a BNL Karting Series season, hence why I'm mopping my brow at the moment. But we have to say a big, big thank you to everyone that has been a part of this BNL Karting Series season. To our partners from Portugal, WFR Live TV, muito obrigado. first of all, to them. They have provided the live timing and the live streaming all the way through this season. Also, a big thank you to series director and the man who steers the ship at WFR who make it happen. Thank you very much, Manuel Branco. Good to work alongside you for this season. Also, a big thank you to the marshalling crew here at Karting Genk. Exemplary work, as always. The recovery crew. I have to say a big thank you to our team behind the scenes at stewarding, race control, judge of fact, live timing, also start-finish, part from scrutineering, technical, administration, and everybody else. But there is a very, very special person that I want to speak to right now, because this man had major surgery back on the 10th of September. He's a well-loved and a well-missed man who normally waves the flags on the start-finish line. Hans de Klein, get well soon, buddy. We miss you. We love you lots, and we look forward to seeing you very, very soon back out on track. We want to say a big thank you to all the support that everyone has given us on social media, through Instagram, and also on Facebook. A big thank you to everyone that has been watching all the way through the championship season. It's not just been me in the commentary box. I have to say a good thank you to my friend from the Netherlands, the voice of the Next Gen Cup, Dan Peppels, for stepping in at Marienborg and also doing a fantastic job. Of course, I did announce this earlier on. The voice of the grand finals will be the voice of this year's Rotax Max Challenge Golden Trophy, as the man from Barry, Henry Baudet, will be here in Belgium on the 24th to the 26th of October. So, don't forget, if you do have the Rotax Racing app on your Android smartphone or Apple iPhone, download the app for free. You can register there or head to rotax-ems.com/GFT. Our road to Bahrain has concluded here at the BNL Karting Series, and in a little while we'll be celebrating our weekend winners, our championship winners, and also awarding 5 Grand Finals tickets for this year's 2025 Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals. Now, I have been privy to be a part of 4 Grand Finals. First one was at Sarno in 2019, when a certain man by the name of Dave Ritson asked me to do the social media for the Red Devils. After that, I then worked as part of the Rotax media team with Jen Wade, Natalie Palmertorfer, Andy Lisa Hushak, and got to know the team such as Helmut Vogelsam, Stefan Gruber, and everybody else for 3 years. And believe you me, if you were qualified for the first time this year for the Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals, enjoy the experience. It is something you will never, ever forget. Well, the BNL closes its doors for 2025. Stay tuned to our relevant social media channels on both Facebook and Instagram, and we will see you in 2026. Thank you so much to everyone watching. We will see you next season. And to all the competitors at the Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals in Bahrain, we wish you all the very best of luck. Thank you for watching. Good night, and have a great Sunday evening.